Hey everybody, happy Black History Month, happy month of love, and welcome to the Love Your Hair series that I'm doing for the month of February. So, it is February the 1st, so today I'm doing all of my, all of my wash day, and every week for this month, I will be doing a different hairstyle that I have either not done or trying to learn how to do certain hairstyles. Like, I know for the end of this month, I'm going to do bantu knots. I have done them before. However, I have not done them where I add additional hair to my hair to give me the full bantu knot effect that I would prefer. So, today, as you can see, my hair has been put up. I have not washed my hair, I think, now in 3 weeks, because if you're in the Memphis area, you know that we have been snowed in. And I just hadn't feel like doing anything for like the past week. So I did not do my hair, and I decided to wait to show you guys exactly what I do on this series. But you will come along with me as I'm learning how to do hair. Today's style is going to be this. I saw it on Pinterest, and this is what I want to do. So let's get into it. Since we are still snowed and ice in here in Memphis, and I did not go to church today, so you get to see my full routine. Today is actually going to be a long hair day because Roxy is in desperate need of it. And if you have not checked out my other videos, then you will know that I have 3C hair in the front, a little bit of 3C/4A in the back, and parts of it is damaged. Honestly, I need to cut and trim my ends. I have not done that. I may show you how I do that. So right now the time is 11:22. This may be done all today or maybe done all tomorrow. It just really depends on how my hair or how Roxy wants to do. So let's show what she's looking like right now, because yesterday I just put some water on her and I put nothing on her. And as you can see, jump scare, for real. This is what she looks like when she has definition, but she has no moisture. And literally, it's dry as the desert. So what I'm about to do is stick my head under the water faucet for the shower to wet my hair. And then step 1, pre-shampoo. I use this to help detangle. It does help condition because this is African Pride's Moisture Miracle Aloe and Coconut Water. Detangle and condition pre-shampoo. Like it says, it helps minimize breakage for natural coils and curls. Typically, what the instructions say, it says to leave it in here for 15 to 30 minutes. I will probably leave mine in longer because, like I said, we need some moisturizing. And so by the time that it dries, then I'll probably rinse out my hair and I'll show you what I use for that. But while I'm waiting for this to dry down, I have been on a Stranger Things kick. I am now in season 4. I started this like 3 days ago. So I'm watching all the Stranger Things, and that's what I'll be binging. I'll be doing that and also knitting. So we'll come back and I'll show you the progress of my hair as we're putting our conditioner in. As you can see, hair has been wetted. If you don't want to have a whole bunch of water on your shoulders or whatever, little clip. I'm taking some of the excess water out of my hair, even though I need it. And always, first step first, section your hair, get your little clips, do whatever you need to do. And because I'm just putting pre-shampoo, in my hair, I'm not using a comb. I'm just using my fingers to separate. And as you can see, when my hair gets dry or whatever, it's very hard to separate it. And I start with the back of my hair because that's the part I cannot see. But also just makes it super easy to get to the front. And I normally separate my hair into 4 quadrants. So, like I said, it's the hardest step when you are not detangled or what have you. And you can put this pre-shampoo on either dry or wet hair. I prefer wet. Because when you put on dry, you use a lot more. But when your hair is wet and or damp, it moves through easier. Like, I'm having an easier time of threading this through fingering it through my hair. Oh, God. Okay, so now you can see here is what Roxy looks like with pre-shampoo in. It helps to really define her curls and put in moisture. Sometimes I sit with a bag on, sometimes I don't, but today I'm not going to. And also, this is how much hair and shedding I lost just from doing my pre-shampoo. And I will tell anyone, if you pre-shampoo your hair, no matter if you use whichever one you use to do it, it helps you to not lose as much hair from when you are washing and conditioning it. So like I said, we started at 11:22. It's now 11:35. Because like I said, I had to detangle my hair. She was extremely tangled. So now we're about to go get settled on the couch to watch Stranger Things and probably knit. And like I said, I'll come back as my hair dries. We'll see how long it takes to dry, because again, if you have not watched any of my previous hair videos, I have high porosity hair, and sometimes it's quick to dry, sometimes it takes a minute, but I did put a lot of pre-shampoo in my head because it was desperately needed. So I'll come back to you with an update. Like I said, this may be an all-day thing or a 2-day thing. It just depends on what Roxy needs. We let her dictate, okay? Okay, so it is now 2:02, and my hair is basically dry. But if you can see, let me show you. This piece right here, you can see my ends. That's how I know my ends need to be cut. And like my scalp is still moist. The outside of my hair is basically dry. Like there's no residue on my hand or nothing. So what I'm about to do is eat. I'm going to wash my hair after I eat. I am one of those people, I will wash my hair either in the shower or in the kitchen sink. And with what I'm needing for today for my hair, we're probably going to wash in the kitchen sink. Then that way I can show you more, because no offense, if I'm washing my hair in the shower, y'all can't come see that. This is for me and whoever my future husband is, you know. Just saying, what is on my dress? But, so like I said, we're going to give this probably about 45 more minutes to dry down the rest of the way. Like I said, eat, make sure that I have everything for my wash in the kitchen, and then I will show you which products I use when I do this extensive wash. So this is probably going to be a 2-day wash day. Yeah, so let's get to going. So it is now 4:48. I got super caught up in watching the season 4 finale of Stranger Things, so now the hair is completely and totally dry. But here is what I'm going to use to wash my hair. We have the Camille Rose Sweet Ginger Cleansing Rinse. I love this. Roxy loves it, so we use it. Also to be paired with the Camille Rose Conditioner, the Moroccan Pear Conditioning Custard. She likes this as well, but I'm going to go ahead and turn it upside down, because that's the one thing I hate about these types of bottles. It takes a lot to grip, especially when your hands are wet, to get that down. Also, something else that I use for my hair, especially when I have this type of pre-shampoo in, is the Suave's Daily Clarifying. It strips everything. It does strip the moisture from your hair. And with me having high porosity, this probably would not be recommended, but it helps me get all the aloe out of my hair so that I can do what I need to. And also another thing that I use when washing my hair is, scalp massager. This helps, especially if you don't have nails like I have nails, but mine get a little brittle when I'm washing. I use this to help scratch my scalp if you need it. If not, you can also use this any other day to moisturize your scalp, anything like that. And also, since I wash my hair in the kitchen sink sometimes, and I don't want to hear any slander, I do clean out the sink before and after I wash to make sure that there is no residue from that. But I also have this little handy dandy contraption. It's a little ducky in the middle, but it helps to capture like any hair or anything that may fall off, so that you don't have that. Like the side of the sink I wash in is the one with the garbage disposal. So what I typically do is run some water, make sure there's nothing in the garbage disposal, and wash my hair. So let's get into this wash. We're going to be very quick about this so that I can do my deep conditioning, which you'll see. So hair is washed. Now it is time for deep condition. Typically, I will do a hot oil treatment in my hair, but since I'm doing a lot of manipulation, I'm going to save this for later this month. But here's some of the deep conditioners that I use on a regular basis. I use the African Pride's Feel It formula. It's the peppermint, rosemary, and sage strengthening mask. I will use this because it also helps with growth and breakage. I will also use the Mayo Organics, the rosemary mint strengthening hair mask. This one is infused with biotin, and it helps to encourage, your hair to be longer and healthier. I'll use this because it does have the biotin. One of my top deep conditioners is Mayo Organics Babasu Mint Deep Conditioner. Because this is a protein treatment, and it is very good to have protein in your hair, especially if you are a high porosity girl like I am. But I'm not using those because I see my hair needs a little bit more than what these can give. So I am going to do mayonnaise on my hair as a deep conditioner. I'm using the ORS hair mayonnaise. It's great. This has nettle leaf and horsetail. And what most people don't know is because this has egg in it, that's a protein treatment. As you can see, I've used quite a bit of this. I think I've used it 3 times so far. And since I know I'm going to run out to put all in my head, I have an unopened one that I have yet to use. So I will be good with that. And essentially for this, I section my hair in 4s, like you have seen me do when I was pre-shampooing. So I will do that, and I will show you how I put it in once I get closer to the front of my hair. And then we'll put a cap on it. And because I did see a lot of shedding in my hair while I was washing it, this lets me know that I'm in need of doing this overnight versus just washing it out in a couple hours now, because my hair had a lot of breakage, which tells me when I have this much breakage and shedding, then I need to trim my ends. And I don't think I've trimmed my ends in over a year, so let's get to this. Okay, so backside is done. I can feel like right here in my head is super, super dry, which means if you feel an area or spot in your head is dry, add more product. I would rather be overly saturated than not saturated enough. This side was very, very super damaged and very coiled around itself. This side was not as bad, but I'm going to give a little bit extra this side over here because it needs it. And so it's not to waste product. All that's left on my hands goes to this side. I'm telling you, never waste product if you can. You can see how that's bouncy. You got our definition. Same with over here. It's going to help, trust me. So now take your trusty dusty rat tail comb. This is my BFF in all styles. And for me, easiest way, take it from the back to the front. I'm not looking for this to be completely parted straight at all. It's just I need it parted. So to show you what I do, I take big fat dollop product, run it through here, run it back towards the scalp here, and put it on every section of my head that I can. And then just start pulling it down and pulling it through. And then you can kind of see products right there. And I add more as needed. And as I come through my hair, you see some excess product. Take it, put it towards your ends. And I'm focusing on my ends because, like I said, I know I have split ends that I need to cut. I need to trim my ends. And this just helps because even though you need to trim it, you still need to make sure you're treating the part right above it. You're not ignoring it. And simply making sure that you continue to detangle while you're putting this in. Yeah, so then you see how we got that nice little, all of that. And I just push and press this in. Like I said, this right here feels very dry, even with product on. So I just smooth product in, and now I can feel that's getting good moisturized. You just have to be able to go by the touch and feel of your hand. So let me finish this section and be right back. All right, whole head is done. So this will be left in overnight. It's not even 5:30 yet. So what I will be doing is simply putting my shower cap on. So as you see, I kind of squeeze this out. Eventually it's going to puff back up later, but in order to go sleep with it, I put myself a scarf on. Then I will also put my bonnet on because I could put on, I have a heat cap so I can add heat to my head. But since I'm going to sleep in this, your body will generate the body heat enough to help penetrate all the pores of your hair. And also, I was thinking about it as I was putting this on. If you cannot afford this, because this was $4.49, but I actually bought it on a going out business sale. So I think I got it for like $1 something. If you can't afford this, actual mayonnaise, not Miracle Whip because it has paprika in it, but other mayonnaises, you can use that to put in your hair. Or if you want to do an egg mixture, you can do something simple and cheap Just saying, you do not have to go out and buy these things. There are other DIY methods, because we used to just use regular mayonnaise when I was a kid on my hair. But like I said, this is going to sit overnight, and I will bring you guys with me in the morning when I wash this out and actually style my hair. What's up, y'all? It is the next morning, and as you can see, I have everything still on my head. So we still have a shower cap, bonnet, silk scarf, and let me tell you, I get so hot in the middle of the night. I woke up, so I know it should be good and toasty. See, this is what it looks like. Boom. So, ouch, that kind of hurt. So here's what the hair looks like. This is what the bag normally looks like after it's been sitting for all these hours. And as you can see, my curls are still pretty much defined. And there's a lot more moisture in my hair, even there. And then, like I said, you can see these are the ends that definitely need to be cut, but they have some moisture in them, but they need to be cut or what have you. And then all of this up here, my little bit of edges and things like that. So now I'm about to get in the shower, rinse this out. Like I told you, you're not welcome in the shower with me. And once I get out of the shower and lotion up and dry off, we will start the attempt on this style. So yeah, this is gonna be fun. Hair is washed. This is what it looks like. I've been, I'm gonna say it's about 10-15 minutes in, and basically my hair is almost dry, which is the reason why high porosity hair is a lot to deal with. Okay, that's the best way, but it is a lot to deal with. But right now I'm about to show you the products I'm gonna use. I'm gonna moisturize and do my normal routine off camera, but I'm gonna show you the layers of what I use. Of course, handy dandy water bottle. This also has a leave-in conditioner in it because I need as much moisture as possible. So today I have gone back to using my L white peony leave-in conditioner. This actually gives great moisture to my hair, and it keeps my hair moisturized for at least 3.5 days. I've been struggling with that, so I use this first after the water in each section of my hair. Then once I use the L, I go in with the African Pride Moisture Miracle Coconut Oil, and I think it's pronounced Bible Oil. It's their leave-in cream. I also have the spray. I use this once I have done that, because that is my leave-in. I then typically go in with oil, and the oil I've been using is the Sky Organics Organic Castor Oil with rosemary oil. However, today I'm not going to use this because I feel like this has been drying my hair out. So I'm switching over to the Maya Organics Mint Almond Oil. My hair loves almond and jojoba oil. I've not been using it, so I'll bring this back. This is basically a full bottle. So I'm going to be using that. Once I put the oil in, then that's when I go in with my other leave-ins and creams. Like I said, right now I'm using Camille Rose, the Curl Milk. It's their moisture milk. It gives me great moisture. And then I pair that with the Camille Rose Curl Aid with the green tea and jojoba. These two, or should I say these three combined, give me great moisture for my hair, and I'm having issues of keeping moisture and maintaining moisture. And for those, and I do this every other night, I will use the Camille Rose Cocoa Nibs. This stuff. That's all I gotta say. Try it if you will, but let me moisturize my hair, and then we'll get into the styling of hair.
My bad, everybody. I actually did not hit record when I was talking to my camera and did not realize it about showing you my hair and how it looks after I put all of my products and everything else in there. My bad. However, you can see I've sectioned my hair off, and now I am working on this, and believe me, it is a struggle because I am not used to doing this, but I have this sped up. Watch it. Hopefully it helps, because I can't describe what I did, because yeah, I'm new to this. So next time I'll walk you through the steps of it.
So front of my hair is done. I had to do it off camera because it was a challenge. This side has more because I had to deal with this part of my hairline, whereas this side is not the same. So this side has more, this side has less, but it's all still done. So now what I'm about to do is basically twist out the back of my hair. I am going to use these two, probably going to do a big chunky twist. These parts right here I will twist those down because I'll have those just coming down, whereas everything else is going to the back. But big chunky twist, and then the parts right here will be, you know, twist up on its own. And that's basically going to be the style. And since I'm not going to take the twist down today, check out my stories here on YouTube for the finished product and final result, because I may or may not be going anywhere this week. We're still ice and snowed in, so you'll just see that. And again, drop in the comments if there's a style that you would like to see me do for next week or the week afterwards. And thank you for following me on this Love Your Hair month of February as we try different protective styles and just different styles period for natural hair, especially my high porosity girlies. I'll catch y'all next week for part 2 of